Hello YouTube, this is Silver Age Dave. Today is a special video I'm putting together. This is as probably everyone tomorrow is going to have their Action Comics 1000 video. Today I wanted to do just a quick video. I talked a while back about Cameron's Comics. This is one of my favorite places to come to, and that's where I'm filming from today. So he's John back there. He's getting all the books bagged and boarded for tomorrow. And that, of course, is when I'm going to buy my copies. But for today's purposes, I'm here with my little Gwenny, and we're going to talk about Action Comics 1000. We're going to talk a little about Superman, and I think there's going to be a lot of informative videos out there. So I'm not going to go in too much depth, but I want to show everyone the cover options that are out there. And a while back, I talked about the gentleman that I buy comics through quite often, one of my buyers, Dave. And this is actually how we met, was this particular issue, number 53. He had received it. He was doing a clean out for someone, and this was in a Ziploc bag. Cover is detached. It's in pretty beat up shape, front cover. As you can see, there's some chipping on it, and it's, but it's in there. I've got it bagged, triple boarded. And it's just a beautiful issue. It's an iconic cover. This is a 10th anniversary issue. Superman, of course, started in June of 1938 in Action Comics #1. That's when the world saw him for the first time. And this is the 10-year anniversary issue, which came out. It was a July of 1948 issue, and I just love it. It's a comic that I never thought I would own. I'm really happy, even in this condition. That condition just made it affordable for me. But it is a retelling of the origin story. And the real head scratcher I had on this issue is that the cover's a little beat, and quite honestly, it's a little brittle. The back cover is a ad that really I should have thought this out and taken it out of there. I'll see if I got a picture of it, or I can edit one in. The back cover is an ad for Milky Way, and it shows a little girl holding a Milky Way candy, and they're actually wrapped individually in tin foil. Okay, they're not like in the little cellophane type thing that we buy them in today. So I thought that was pretty cool. And what's crazy is bad a condition the front and the back cover were. The comic itself, perfect. The pages are supple. You can read the origin story. There's no problem with it. And so I was really amazed. I love it, and that was a good find. I just love having the issue. Can't say enough. So then, shortly after that, of course, I knew the Action Comics 1000 was coming out, and I talked about my friends at Flotsam in Perrysburg, and I have a buddy, Dave, that I run with quite often. I got to go over here because I don't want to show the covers just yet. But Dave and I were running one day, and he said, "Hey, I got something for you." And another Dave, this is a whole different Dave, and he gave me this, just a free gift. It's the History of Superman collection, and I think it's from the 90s. There's a little bit of a hologram cover inside, but wait till you guys see this, how cool this thing is. So as I open it, there's some, the history of Superman. It talks about how this was put together by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. I'm not going to pause on it long enough, but it's a cool story. Superman actually started in 1933, but didn't get released till 38. There were some transformations. It talks about the history of Superman through the years. And, the villains started out as just bad guys. And then, the ante, of course, went up and up and up. And then on this flap, it gives kind of cool, it gives you the cover, from, of course, the 40s, the iconic cover. I wish I could show you one of those that I own today, but I don't have those kind of pockets. And then it talks about Superman in the 70s and some of the changes that took place. And then, of course, we're moving on into the 90s, and I think that's when this set was put together. But the really cool thing here is it has a collection of the actual costumes, and it shows, I'll try to move back here so you guys can see it. It shows the actual costumes as they evolved through the years, and some of the subtle changes that were made and some of the not so subtle changes with the, just the colors and the Superman logo. And, for some reason they got the boots all the same, so maybe those never changed. But I thought it was a really cool thing to have. And, Area 51 Mike did a video the other day, and he had the mini comics. And so sure enough, in here, there's little mini comics. There's a mini Action Comics 1, and we have Action Comics here. My eyesight, the way I'm filming, I can't actually see the number on it. My apology. But we've got another comic here in the 90s. And then, of course, I mentioned there's a hologram cover, and this just has Kenner on it, and that's who I believe made this, maybe made the toys for it and the costumes. So that was a wonderful free gift. I just love it, and I thought, what better time to show this off than when Action 1000 comes out. So here are the covers, guys. I'm gonna, you know what? I'll just leave that. It won't open all the way. This is a not thought out thing, but that's just how it is. It was probably closed for a long time, is my guess, and now it's being opened for a little bit. And I'll have that in the comic room, and you'll see that in some of the videos. And I actually was foreshadowing it a little bit. I've had this in a few of my videos just closed and just showing off the logo. So here we go, right down the line. This is the whole group. John was nice enough. He ordered me the whole set. Excited to have those. And so we're going to move in here, and my eyesight is the part that'll bring things down. I tried to line these up, not in any particular order, just possibly from an older look to a newer look. So this is the Michael Cho cover. It's a 1940s variant cover. I thought was he did a really nice job. I like the war theme on there. That certainly is accurate to the time. Then we move in. I talk about Detective Comics and Green Lantern, and the thing I loved most back then is when they're fighting the crazy aliens. And so this is the 1950s variant cover. This is Dave Gibbons and Angus McKee. All right, and so that is just a really cool cover. Happy to have that. Then we all know Silver Age Dave. I love my go-go checks. So we've got a 1960s variant cover, and this is by Michael and Laura Allred. And I think they did a nice job capturing, a mix of different events there. We've got the Bizarro couple there. We've got, Daily Planet does show up in quite a few of the covers, and I think that's appropriate, and that's great. So then as we're moving down, we've got an 80-page giant, number 1000, and this is a Malee cover. I think I've got that right. Again, with the Daily Planet back there. It's kind of a futuristic looking metropolis. I always like that. All right, so then we move down. We've got the 1970s variant cover. This is Jim Steranko, and we have Laura Martin. And again, we've got Metropolis, we've got the Daily Planet, we've got a whole lot going on, very patriotic. Got the eagle on top of the ball there on the flag. I think they did a nice job capturing the, maybe the mood. All right, then we move down one more, and this is a 1980s variant cover. And who we have here is Josh Middleton. Nothing to hate on this cover. That is one powerful cover, if you ask me. I really do like that. I don't know which is my favorite. There's a couple more coming up, but that is a great cover. Then we move up to the 1990s variant cover. This is by Jurgens. We have Kevin Nolan, and we have Alex Sinclair on this one. So a little collaborative, it looks like. And you see with the with the bullet holes, you see how the maybe the people they're fighting against, maybe there's a little change that's happening. And so that's our 90s variant cover. And then we have, of course, a 2000 variant cover. Very cool. And the detail on all these is really, I think, spectacular. I was very careful. I did not look at one cover. going into this whole thing. And here I took us back to the 1930s. So this is the, certainly the earliest. This is a Steve Rudy, maybe I pronounced that wrong. It's the earliest version of Superman. I wanted to finish with that one. I really do like this cover. The strength and power, and there's just a lot of awesome going on. And so we have that. And you say, oh, I thought there were 10. That's only 9. Well, there's a sketch variant cover, and there's not a whole lot to show here. So at some point, I might have it sketched. We might do something, and I might just leave it blank like it is. But guys, that is it. That's the review for me of the 10 covers. You're going to get much more information, I'm sure, from a handful of other guys. I generally don't do these preview things, but I thought this one was too big to pass up. I'll let the rest of the guys have at the great detail on it. With that, this is Silver Age Dave, 11-minute Action 1000 celebration. Signing out.